Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go to hustlefit.com. Hustlefit.com. Get the clothing line as well as the merch. You got men's, women's, children's clothing, t-shirts, hoodies, jogger sets, leggings, and more. If you also need custom clothing, go to hustlefit.com. Send a message, hustlefit@gmail.com or hustlefitllc on Instagram, and I'll make sure to get with you. Also, make sure you tune in every Friday night for Boys Club. It's the exact rendition of exactly what you're going to be watching tonight, but specifically with the guys. Make sure you tune in every Sunday for Let's Talk About It with Miss Connie Marie. And she always has special guests. Also, Wednesdays, I do what is called The Conversation, where I also include special guests of all walks of life. Tonight, you are watching what is called Ladies' Night. With that, welcome to another episode of No Cap Reacts. I'm your man, Bailey, a.k.a. Mr. Go Get 'Em. And we are now back with another episode of Ladies' Night. And I'm sure behind me, y'all can see that the lovely ladies are in the building. Say hello, ladies.
Hey. Ooh, I feel like that's too close.
So we got ourselves a nice full house tonight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the fuck up and let them introduce themselves. Starting with
Diamond. Yay.
And Diamond, if they want to find you, where can they find you at?
They can find me at Diamond Really on IG.
What does Diamond do?
Diamond is a bartender.
Ooh.
Diamond do anything else?
Diamond's also in school for sonography.
All right. So maybe seeing you working on somebody here in the future?
Hopefully.
Okay. And who is next to you?
So I am Ivory, but I go by Comma Divine. I also go by Rheology.
I was going to say, the world knows you as Rheology.
Yes.
I met you as Rheology.
Yes.
I done seen a hella shit on Instagram, Rheology.
Yes, that's my Instagram name, _Rheology, REEOLOGY. Comma Divine is a new name that I've birthed, but I'm trying to bring it out.
Redefine yourself?
Yeah, well, no, it's the Rheology and Comma Divine. They're just two different people. Two different personalities.
You got multiple personalities?
But they still there. Oh, yeah. What you mean?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You might be in trouble, sir.
Yeah, definitely. Some, what's it called? Something ego? What's it called?
Alter ego?
Alter ego, yes. Yep. Yeah. Definitely got some alter ego.
What, you got anything going on?
Oh, I got a lot going on.
Okay, let the people know. Let them know where they can find you. What's going on?
All right, so I am a creative artist. I do a little bit of everything. Mainly, I am a poet, a spoken word artist. I'm also a actress. I'm a model, a fashion model. So I have 2 fashion shows coming up. One on the 23rd and one on the 30th. If you follow me, all the information is on there. I also host my own open mic every first and third Sunday. It's called Vent with Vera. Vera's my middle name, but it's an open mic for anything. Even if you just want to come and talk your shit like I'm doing now, that mic is open there for you. So, yeah, that's what I have coming up. Oh, let me say one more thing. I'm sorry, girl. I also do have a performance coming up as well on the 22nd. It's called Seductive Sips, and me and some other dope artists are going to be doing some spoken word. It's lit. It's lit. Okay.
All right, last but not least.
Hi, it's your girl, Miss Linda Wayne. And yeah, well, pretty much for me, I'm a mama too, even though I don't look like it. Yeah, I'm somebody's fine ass mama. Yeah. But no, I have my own beauty line called LK Beauty, and I do hair and makeup, and I have my own lash line.
Yay. Where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at Miss Linda Wayne.
You got anything coming up, popping off, events, sales?
Definitely look out for my new lash line. I have a whole bunch of new sets of lashes for the ladies, so that'll be dropping soon.
I'm gonna need that.
Yes.
All right, so first chat came in and said, "That's my baby." That's from Cleopatra. I don't know who Cleopatra is.
Oh, that's my baby. I just sent her the link. That's a real one. That's my homegirl. That's my friend. That's my baby.
Got a ride or die in the
Hey,
building.
boo.
All right. Low-key says, yes, Linda fine as hell. LK, beauty
Okay.
run it up. Linda so
Yeah.
pretty,
There we
period,
go.
and I loved her business from, that was from Miriam something. All right. So the way we start this off is what we call the icebreaker. I don't ask the question. Each of you will ask one question, and all ladies will answer it. Okay? It don't matter if it's a "How was your day? What did you do? How did you get into what you do?" etc. Y'all ready?
Yeah, icebreakers.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Okay. Oh, it's like get it over with.
Cleopatra said, "I see y'all beautiful black women. Pop y'all shit."
Okay, thank you, friend.
Thank
Yeah, that's
you.
her name. She's so kind, job.
Ask away.
Go ahead.
Oh, wait, I asked?
Yeah, ask a
You go ask
question
the
and the
icebreaker.
ladies answer.
Oh, see, damn, I thought it was, I'm over here sitting here like,
Go ahead, girl.
She ready to go. She don't even know what she ready for.
right? A question. Any type of question?
Any type of question. Doesn't matter.
Okay, ladies. So, what's y'all morning routine?
Morning routine.
Or do y'all have a morning routine?
I do have
I
a morning
do.
routine, but like my schedule's like so weird. So my morning doesn't like I usually don't get up until like 11. But my morning routine is like I get up, take my dog and I have a cat, but we take our cats on walks too. So I take my dog and my cat on a walk around like the lake a little bit, come back, go back to sleep for another hour, and then I actually start my day. That's my morning.
A slow
routine.
morning.
Very slow morning.
Love it.
Okay, well, mine's very different because I'm a mom, like I said.
Yes.
So I typically wake up like around 6:30, 6:45. Get the boys ready for school, drop them off, go to work all day, and then have about like an hour and a half to myself after work, then pick them up, and then that's a whole nother shift with the kids. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
she
Monday
get a
through
nice
Friday.
little rest and relaxation.
Okay.
Okay. Miriam said, "What's one thing you ladies overcame this week?" Okay.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
that is a very good one, and I did overcome. I'm gonna okay, I guess I'll go first. One thing that I overcame this week, which I'm still kind of overcoming, but I've seen I came a long way, is my negative thoughts.
That's good.
Yeah, I have learned how to redirect them and not overthink as much.
Yeah.
And always be positive that things are gonna work out my way, because I'm an overthinker, like a crazy overthinker, like, and I'll think so many scenarios and then like end up fucking up because that's all I think about. So like this week, I'm very proud of myself. Also, I'm fasting with Ramadan, so I've overcome. This is my 4th day, and I'm doing freaking good. So I've overcome that.
That's what's up.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I don't even know if this is like me overcoming something, but it's just like more so like at my job, I'm starting to learn that I don't have to be friends with everybody, and kind of like everybody's there to make some money. We can just do that. We don't got to be friends. I don't really got to fuck with people. Yeah. So I'm learning to kind of stop being as nice to people who don't really fuck with me. Okay. So, yeah.
Congrats to you.
Tell them
girl.
motherfuckers to kiss your ass.
No more people pleasing. You're damn right.
What have you overcome this week?
I overcame procrastination. Yes, because there's a couple things I needed to do around the house and stuff. And usually I would just like put it off until the weekend because that's when I'm free. But then I was like, you know what, Linda, just get it done. And so I did, and I felt really good about it. So I don't have to wait till the weekend to do it.
Loki says, "Speak up, Linda. We can't hear you."
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then Live Life with Gia said, "Look at my finance friend, Miss Linda Wayne.
Hey,
you heard her."
okay.
There you
Natalia
go.
said, "Most women are overthinkers." Loki said, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?" Damn, they making the
years.
icebreakers easy.
5 years.
You can go.
You
ahead.
go first.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
I see myself being a homeowner for sure, and expanding my business to where that's like my only income. And in 5 years, I really hope and pray that I am somebody's wife in 5 years. Yeah.
Okay. That's good though. I like that. Girl, because I kind of want the same a little bit. But hopefully in 5 years, I'm actually like well into my career of being like an ultrasound technician. And fingers crossed, I'm probably gonna be married. Who knows? Who
Yes.
knows? So yeah.
In 5 years, I see myself conquering the world. That might sound big. I'm a big dreamer. That's what I do. One thing I'm really big on is community and building a community, especially with how I feel like everything is going. I feel like that's very important. So in 5 years, I'm definitely going to, be living off grid with my own land, acres of land.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my own gardens, my own farm animals. I'm not gonna kill them. They just gonna be there to
Nah,
so
you
I
gonna end
definitely.
up kidding. When you get hungry, you gonna be like, "Fuck the
I
right."
ain't gonna eat the animals. I ain't gonna eat my animals are friends.
Look,
for
here's
me.
here's the thing. I'm
I
looking at
can't
him
kill him
over here.
myself.
He like, "Nah, I'm gonna eat."
I don't want to see the slaughter. But yeah, I want to have my goats and chickens, and I want to have my big family and my community around me. And I just within that community, I want us to be our own sustainable community. Like I want us to have our own grocery stores, our own everything. We don't have to go outside of anything to get what we need. And then obviously have a family and stuff around me. But that's a big goal for me to have my own land in about 5 years and just have my own community from that schools, everything, like have homeschooled, all that, because I want to homeschool my children. But
Yes.
Good job, ladies. Good job. All right, so we have a very active chat. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, join in through the conversation through the chat. I do read the chats throughout the entire process. We are currently live on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. I feel like I'm missing something. You can also catch us on Spotify Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. So let's get into some questions. Y'all ready?
Yes.
You sure you're ready?
No.
Question number 1. This will go perfect. What is a high value woman to you, ladies?
A woman of God.
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. A woman.
Elaborate.
I mean, I feel like that's not enough, but elaborate.
Just someone that has a relationship with God and is not out here hating or throwing hate, just full of love. Someone who is confident, someone who is well-grounded in who they are. And and someone that makes money,
Exactly.
An independent woman.
Okay, so again, I'm going to question things, okay?
Okay.
All right. What if me and this, because y'all don't see there's another young man, there's actually 2 men in the building tonight. But how would you feel if our black asses said we was independent men? How does that sound to y'all?
Y'all men though.
No.
I feel where he's coming with that question, because when that's sparking up a whole other conversation.
Exactly.
It is.
It
Yeah,
is.
because as much as I do want to be an independent woman, I don't want to be not that I want to be overly dependent on somebody, but I want to be able to rely on. So I don't want to always do it myself.
Okay,
all
so
the
then
time.
I'm just going to do it this way. What are you independent of?
What?
What are you independent of?
Who you are as a person.
You can't be independent of yourself. That don't make no sense.
Yes, it do.
You're
independent of your personality.
yourself?
Like I stand and I'm rooted in who I am, regardless. You know, of if I have this person or not, if I have these people around me or not, if I have this money or not, if I have these materials or not. I am independent, and I don't know. That don't sound you right.
Yeah. Okay.
So you see what I'm saying?
So then, like, the next question is, what is the definition of independent?
Like the dictionary definition of it, or
Correct.
like
The dictionary definition.
I don't know what the dictionary.
Well, someone who gets it on their own, isn't that like someone who's independent?
Okay, so the reason that I asked this question is because in modern day society, and for the last 27, 28 years, women have been sold to be independent. But you guys have never actually been told what it means to be independent, right? Independent means that you don't rely on any power company to provide you power. You don't worry about grocery stores to give you food, gas stations to put gas in your car, and you don't work for anybody. As in, you are 100% on your own and don't need anyone for anything. Which is why when if a man were to say that I'm an independent man, it sounds absolutely crazy. Okay? Because we understand the meaning of the word, and words have meaning. And in today's society, when a woman usually says, I'm independent, the only thing she's independent of is a man. Does that make sense?
That makes. I can see it from that point. Because when they taught us what independent mean, they said we don't need no man. They ain't say, okay, if you independent, you don't need no gas station, you don't need no food. You know, like, so are we really?
That is
like,
very
they
true.
Say that, you know,
Yeah.
we got to use these cars. Yeah, we got to. So, like, when you think of it like that, yeah, because really what we was raised as is we don't need no man. That's what we see as independent. You know, you don't need nobody, you know, to do this for, but it's more than that.
Yeah.
So in the chat, they said, period, yes, a woman of God. What's the deal breaker when seeking out a significant other? Man, somebody got some questions. I might need to change my shit. Y'all should be independent, but I understand we should have interdependence. That's
I see that's Cleopatra.
yep, sovereign and self. Life with Gia said high value is knowing your self-worth, never settling for less, having confidence and exuding in your higher self daily. Miriam said, do you like being independent, or do you have to be independent and you can be submissive due to the circumstance that you're in? We're not going to answer those questions yet. We're going to get back to where we was at. Ladies, what is high value to you? What is a high value woman to you?
Okay, I will say a high value woman to me is a woman, again, like how you said, connected with God. But I feel like God equals love and love equals God. So a woman who is always vibrating off a vibration of love, you know, regardless of who does her bold, who has her fucked up, she stays rooted in her positivity. And she's like, yeah, I feel that and that hurt, but you're not going to change, you know, who I am. And I'm not going to, you know, do you the fuck bold because you do me the fuck bold because I'm not that type of person. You know, I'm rooted in who I am. You can't change. You can't move no shit over here. You know, yeah, what you did, it might have hurt my feelings, but it can't really affect the woman that I am. So I definitely think that a woman who is confident, definitely confident in anything that you do, even if you crazy, be confident in your crazy, because I'm confident in my
Lord.
crazy. You know, confident even, you know, in a woman who knows that she is imperfectly perfect. You know, that, you know, like we have issues too. You know, or we not just issues, let's not call it issues, but things we need to work on, or, you know, we're not perfect, or we're emotional beings, you know, so like, but knowing that and standing in that and being like, this is who I am, and not trying to fake who we are for anybody else, whether that's in a romantic setting, a friendship setting, family setting, or work setting, you know, this is who I am, and this is what y'all go get. Either you fuck with it or you don't.
Period. She said it all.
Exactly.
All right, Navin, what is your version of a high value woman?
Pretty much like it's a bunch of like the same stuff that they said. For mainly, it's really like a bitch that's like about her shit. Like she's unmoved by others. Like she's very like what's the word? Like she's very
Confident. Or
No.
self-assured.
Self-assured in like her beliefs, and like nobody can really tell her otherwise. So I feel like that right there is like a high value woman.
Okay. So my next question is going to be, what is a high value man?
Get quiet. That's a damn thing. Oh my God.
Look at Diamond's face.
Exactly. Wah, wah,
A high value man.
Are we able to skip this question?
Yeah.
No, we
I
have to
feel
answer
like-
these questions. There's a reason for these questions.
A man who is first and foremost emotionally in tune. I feel like with men, they're emotional, but they're not in tune with their emotion, or they were taught that their emotions mean other things, or to ignore their emotions. So first off, a man that could acknowledge his emotions and be able to articulate that in a way that people around him, not even just a woman, but everybody around him understands, that obviously adds value to a man. I don't want to say simple things like, oh, a man that provides and this and this and that, because in both ways, a man and a woman provide in a relationship.
Should they though?
Should they?
Yeah,
should the
they?
woman?
Yeah, should a woman be providing?
And say it's a teamwork, make the dream work, baby.
It is teamwork, and I agree with that 100%. But shouldn't the provision come totally different?
Providing
There's
like,
two different,
And the way that providing actually happens, especially for a man, isn't his version of providing is what actually he brings to the table for the entire family and make sure the family is able to eat?
what?
I feel like it kind of depends on like the relationship.
Yeah.
It definitely
You
does
know,
depend on
because there's
relationship,
some
'cause there
men where
are
they don't want
relationships
their
where-
woman to work or provide or whatever. He'll do the rest, but there's some
But
where.
when I say also, I don't want to interrupt.
go
you.
ahead.
But when I do say like provide from a woman's standpoint, I don't mean like you the one putting the food on the table. But the woman is also the one who keeps the household
Exactly.
together. Keeps the family together. But more than likely cooking and cleaning and stuff like
Gia
that. Like,
says confident, assertive, secure, caring, intelligent. Okay,
for a man,
yeah.
oh, definitely an intelligent man.
Yeah.
Definitely
And secure.
Here, let me
And a secure.
rephrase this question, okay? Especially in the current climate that we're in today. Head of the FBI 2.5 weeks came out and said that basically China owns all of our infrastructure. If they want to shut off the lights, they can pretty much do it. If they want to pollute our water supply, they can do it. If they want to shut us down as a country, it can happen pretty much at the touch of a button. Okay, that means that everything that as we know today, well, it would take us back to Adam and Eve. Okay, how would man provide for you then? And how would woman provide? If the world as we know it goes back to the way we started and have been for the last
Okay, I got
1,900 and some odd years.
So back in them times, the man is the protector physically, and the woman is, I still feel like, a protector emotionally or intuitively. Women are intuitive.
The nurturing.
Men,
one.
the nurturing one. But men, go back to the man. A man in those times, is a man who obviously protects the family. Probably the man that's gonna go out and get the food and do the hunting and doing all that. Even though it's very crazy, y'all. The penguin woman, the woman penguins, the mother penguins go out and get the food.
Yes.
They just bumped up on the
It's so obvious.
the women go out and get the food, but back in those days, I knew I was in those days, but not in this lifetime. So I can't tell you exactly how it is.
Okay, would that change?
But
Would that
protector-
change you, ladies' answers on how you would answer versus a high value man and a high
This is a
value
whole
woman?
different generation. This is a whole. We is in 2024 compared to then.
I know exactly.
We
Okay,
have been
so
conditioned to
Okay, so
completely different.
that is the biggest misconception. It's just that we have been conditioned to think that the world that we live in today is a lot different than the world that we have always been. See, men have always been the safety, the security, and the provision. Now, 70 years ago, the government did trick the women into going into the work field, and now women work. Since then, it has developed into the world that we live in today.
Trick?
Now, let's be. You don't think it was trickery?
No.
Okay, let me ask you: do you enjoy working?
No.
I know
No,
I
I'm
fucking
sorry,
don't.
No.
I don't.
Absolutely
Even as a
not.
man, I don't
No.
enjoy
If
working.
I could drop it today and let a man take care of me, I would. I'm sorry. I'm one of those women.
I'm
I
saying,
would.
yeah.
I would.
I like strictly do it because I like having my own stuff.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. Even prior to that, you still had your own stuff.
Prior to women being able to work,
You don't think women had their own stuff?
absolutely not.
They did.
What didn't they have?
Women had to be attached to it. Women couldn't even have fucking credit cards or open up a bank
credit
account
cards weren't
without
there.
like
Credit
a
cards
man.
weren't a thing then.
Okay, bank accounts.
Okay, bank accounts were barely a thing then, but you do like here's the hard part of that conversation that so many people don't have, right? Men, when they work then, you realize they work jobs that were detrimental to our health. Like there's a reason we were dying at 40 and 50 years old because of how hard work was. Like it's a hard and it's a harsh reality for us to think that men went to work to use it as the sort of control or controlling aspect to like hold a woman back. It's the same thing with like war because of the way that life was then. Like even right now, if someone ran up in this house and was like, "Get on the floor, it's a robbery." What is my job, his job, and even young man over there? What are our primary jobs?
To protect.
Okay.
I'm a warrior though, so
Yeah.
I'm a.
So, like, since the beginning of time, we have been doing that. We've been protecting. Men have been going to. When Titanic went down, women and children got off the boat. There's more women and children living today from that than men are. We are disposable. We've always been disposable.
As long as he knows that. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It sucks, but it's a harsh reality. Damon said the man should provide for his family, but today's women want to feel more value than the typical cooking and cleaning. So he must provide extra support to her so we can give her that value also. So that's the balance. Damon said, there's no call-in show tonight, sir.
Yeah, because he was been calling the top. David Button.
Yeah, I haven't done any call-in shows this year. Okay. Any response, Diamond?
To what you just said
Yeah.
about like to like what specific thing? Because you did just say.
Okay,
that.
so let's just say this: what rights have been given to women what rights have women been given that men had?
The right to vote.
Okay, do you understand that the right to vote also became that because women voted to vote? Prior to that, it came with responsibility of as men. So police force, there wasn't one. It was we had to give our time. Fire department, we had to give our time. And then even still what shows today is we signed up for selective service. So women would have had to do the exact same thing. So they chose not to. They didn't want to do the work. When it was taken off the ballot is when women chose to vote. And it was gladly given to them. And men have been trying to get women to vote since 1897. And they voted it down each time.
What?
Yeah, so like this is the thing.
I gotta look that up myself because
Yeah,
I
so
for sure
this
as
is
hell don't believe that.
Here's the crazy part. There's this wonderful thing called history, and they put it in books, and they know that people don't pick them up and read them. If you actually look at history, there is nothing. You realize that the first female millionaire was in 1913, and not only was she just a female millionaire, she was also a black woman.
Period.
So there's a lot of things that have been told to us in modern day society, but unfortunately, it's not a reality. And until you actually do the research and even look at even just our own black history, it's all literally right there. Marion says, I love that beautiful women and ladies are talking about the Lord. Loki say, do you ladies look for love or respect when it comes to a significant other? And then Life with Gia says, to earn a fair equal wage.
Are we answering the question? I'll search for both.
Yeah, me too.
Obviously, you need to love me, and obviously, you need to respect me, because people can love you without respecting you.
Yep.
So both.
Okay, let's go on to the next question. Y'all ready? Does a man's body count matter to you guys?
No,
No, I
as
don't.
long as he's clean,
Exactly.
and as long as he's cautious and considerate about how other women's bodies react to sex.
Yeah.
If I broke that down.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But no, overall, like, no.
I don't
as long
think
as
body
he's clean,
count should
I
matter
don't
to
really
anybody.
care, especially
Why?
to an adult.
Why?
Because this is my body, and like why does what I'm doing like with my body pertain to, as long as I'm careful and I'm being considerate and making sure that I'm safe with you, that's all that needs to matter. And just because I have fucked a lot does not devalue who I am as a woman.
Exactly.
So no, I don't think it should matter for anybody.
Okay. P says his P. I know who it is, Damon. P. He says it's P for Boss 360 presents Icon Living Fear It Now. That's irrelevant. They weren't even born to even speak on that. Well, you're right. They weren't born, and
That's why I say you don't need to call in. I'm glad you ain't got no call in.
but here's the problem. The majority of this society wasn't born when those things go on, but they do speak on it as if they were there. It's something that is well before the time and never even affected them. But it's something that becomes a major conversation piece, and it is spoken on as if they lived in those times. But I mean, speaking to their own grandmothers don't even complain about it. Today's women have been paving their way, true. Respectfully, some men been lacking in all areas, facing a different mindset and changed mindset for men. So with that, so that's what this show is about. That's why I do these exact same questions on Friday night with men. Why? Because it's showing the difference between a man's thought process and the female's thought process. Two, what it's actually meant to do is start to bring people together, especially the black community.
Yeah.
When these questions are asked, the answers are so far apart that is what is driving a wedge between black men and black women. And men today are lacking the actual man part. So if we can start having these hard conversations and actually start answering these questions and maybe use this as a form to catapult them into start having better, realistic questions, it will help them bridge that gap to come together.
I like that. I like that.
Low-key says history repeats itself. It sure
That's very true.
It definitely does.
sure as hell does.
It definitely does.
All right. Do you guys believe in a soulmate? And if so, why?
I definitely believe in a soulmate, but I feel like there's like a difference between like a relationship soulmate or like a platonic soulmate. And I feel like my best friend, who's like my sister, who I've known her since I was 17 and I'm 24 now, I feel like she is my soulmate because she gets me in ways where I'm like, I have never met a man that can ever understand like the feeling that we kind of have for each other. And it's like, even like my boyfriend now, I love my boyfriend to death, love of my life. My best friend is my soulmate. But it's not, it's a platonic soulmate.
Yeah.
But I understand that and appreciate that, because this is the thing. As a man, and this goes back to even the part of the conversation that I was just having, men can't understand what you go through as a woman because we're not women. It's hard for you guys to understand what we go through as men because you're not men. Mm-hmm. And you need that good platonic person that you can go and you can talk to that can actually relate to you. Because when you have someone that you can relate to, it changes everything. And yes, in a relationship, yes, the person you're with is your best friend, but you also need that one person that you can talk to that like walks the same path that you do.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I definitely believe
I
that
agree.
in soulmates, that
Yeah.
soulmates come in all forms, whether it be romantic, platonic, or through family. But I also do believe you have multiple soulmates
Really?
in a lifetime. I also do believe you could have multiple soulmates in a lifetime. And also, I believe that your soulmates are not always people that will be in your life for the full lifetime as well. But you guys are always connected at the soul root regardless. Like, yeah, I definitely feel like one of my friends, shout out to Desiree, Street Angel. I feel like she's definitely a soulmate of mine. And I literally just met this woman in April of last year. And me and her is like this, probably the closest I've ever been with like anybody. I had a best friend for 5 years, closer than I was with that best friend for 5 years, such a short time span. Yeah, and I've also feel like in my past I've come across soulmates, and I feel like I'm still coming across soulmates. But even like my ex that I was with, I definitely felt like she was a soulmate of mine. We were friends before anything, and then it like broke off, but we still have that soul connection. Yeah. I feel like
Miss Wayne, do you believe in soulmates?
I actually do. I haven't met my soulmate yet. That could be like friend, relationship, whatever the case is. But yes, I do believe in soulmates, someone that is going to understand me and I understand them, and someone that we are pretty much in sync with one another. So yeah, I'm still waiting to meet my soulmate.
She's still trucking along. All right. Next question is, in a relationship, financially speaking, would you prefer it to be a 100 to 0 or a 50-50 relationship with you and your partner?
100 to 0.
I'm like either or.
100 to 0. That's
It's like a either or, but 100 to 0 though.
that's the relationship I'm in now that I've been in for like 2 years.
I feel you.
I was raised and I was like taught from like uncles and like the women in my family, like, if you have a man, why are you spending money? So, yeah. So I got my boyfriend. He pays all the bills. It takes off a huge stress from me, and like it has been for the past couple of years. And so
Here comes the money.
I can't even think about ever like being in a relationship with a guy that's asking me to go half on shit. So
I can respect
like
that
you.
100%.
You like, no, this is what I gotta say, and this is what I gotta say, and I mean what the fuck I gotta say.
Okay.
Go next.
Again, it kind of depends on the relationship you're in, because you can be with someone, like for instance, for her, she doesn't have to pay for anything, so it's okay with the dynamic and the relationship that they have. Versus for me, I've done it when it was 50-50. I done it when it was 60-40, just because that was my partner at the time and we're doing this together. So until we get to the point where it could be 100-0, then yeah, I don't mind doing the 50-50. Yeah.
I get that.
I definitely feel that. It's like I'm in the fence between, because I definitely feel that 60-40 till it get to 100-0, because you don't know, you might meet your partner where they're not even at the place where they want to be yet to physically be able and financially be able to provide for themselves and what they have going on. So, expecting that partner to be like 100 off bat. And I'm not saying because you have that relationship. That's what you have.
Think about this though, because it's not going to be off bat. Like, that means like you're living together, which most people don't jump into a living situation quickly.
Yeah.
You're right.
So are we just talking about like,
once you actually in a relationship,
like
once
it's
serious?
Yeah. That's how it was when I didn't ask. It just like happened.
And that's so.
But I felt like he knew that any relationship I've got in, like, that is like an expectation, and they're aware of that.
Yeah.
So, it weeds out the bad ones. That's not gonna like fit that. So
You mean it weeds out the suckers?
Yeah.
Let's just be. So here, that's the reason it's called No Cap Reacts. We call them out. If you can't do it, you just man up. Get your weight up.
Don't even say hi if you can't do it.
Like,
you know.
I'm old school. I'm old school. I'm old though too, so it's a little different for me. Okay. I'm not gonna say I have done 100. Now I'm more like a 95.5. She gets the groceries because that's
what I was thinking.
It's
Like
basically
100,
like-
but like, okay, I'll get the groceries. You know, that ain't nothing. You know, I could even probably say if we real rich and like, you know, a cleaner coming in or something, I'll pay for the cleaner or something.
Right,
you know?
she said pay for the cleaner.
Yeah, pay
like,
for the cleaner.
If we rich and I, you know, if I got that,
I get
I'm
you
like,
Uber
I'll pay-
Eats here and there.
I would do those things, like, yeah. But yeah, like, of course, if a man is taking care of like all the bills and everything, like save your card back, he take care of all of that. I don't mind, like, hey, I'll do this little, you know,
Right.
I'll do this little, you know, here and there type of, yeah.
Keith just jumped in and said, Poetic Soul Family.
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah.
What's good?
And then P said, I'm 100-0, but I need to know she can hold her own as a peace of mind to our relationship. If I'm damaged and need help, need her to hold it down until I'm back on my feet, things happen in life. You got to know the lady can sustain. So I agree with him. This is my thing. If we're doing 95.5 in today, where let's just be real, there's not too many women that are going to be like, I'm just going to stay at home. They're going to work. So cool. There has to be an understanding. We have to have a conversation. You don't get to just go blow your money. If some shit goes down, like there's the savings account. You contribute to that. I will teach you how to invest so that, one, that is something that is for your long-term future, as well as, again, if something happens to me, we have something that can hold us down and sustain us for the long haul in the future. If everything is 100% on a man, if something happens to him, because a lot of people just don't think about that. There are things that do happen, especially in today's society, whether we like it or not, the jobs that pay the most money are also very dangerous. And things can happen. He can get hurt. So unless he becomes a doctor or a lawyer, because those are the only two jobs that are high paying that are going to be peaceful and not hard on his body and health, etc. Everything else is going to be some bullshit.
Them doctors be going through it. I feel
The doctors do be mentally they go through it.
They do.
They be going through it.
They be ready to check out and check. They ready to go postal they goddamn self.
For real, survive.
Loki said, you all talked about being independent in the beginning, and now you're saying
I said I don't want. I said I didn't want to be independent, sir. What time?
I said,
Hold on, let me read
Okay.
all of it. Okay. You're saying until it gets to 0, 100 is actually you're not seeking independence. You're seeking a partner who can take care of you.
Wait a minute.
no, because
wait.
I said 50-50. I could even do 60-40 because I've been in that situation before, so I don't mind.
And also, wasn't the question
So,
like
yeah.
with the independent thing, like what we thought of like what an independent,
What a value.
What a high
yeah,
value
high
woman.
value woman was. So
I feel like also you could still be independent. while
Exactly.
a man is
Exactly.
taking, like again, if that man takes himself out of your life, you're able to sustain for yourself. So I feel like that could work. But yeah.
because I'm still choosing to work even though I don't have to.
Again, most women are usually going to choose to work because, unfortunately, we also live in a world where you feel like he's going to leave you high and dry. So you guys love to
I just like to, you know,
want the cushion, which is understandable. I don't knock that. It's just we also have to look at if a man leaves you high and dry, the court system gonna cut. Well, depending on how far you get into it. If you're married, that alimony gonna get in his ass, and she gonna get 50% regardless. If you have children and you're not married, it's gonna come out of his ass in child support. So you guys are never actually left high. Actually, those are the reason those things were put in place, because women didn't earn money. And that's probably what's going to bite women in the ass in about the next 10 years, because they're already talking about it. Since you guys do earn money, alimony, child support, all those things are about to almost probably be gone. I wouldn't be surprised.
Who's talking about that?
They are talking.
The Senate,
They
the
are?
Congress,
Yeah,
yes, they are.
I've seen
Tennessee has
articles.
already made it a ruling that any woman that gets pregnant automatically has to take a paternity test. If it's proven that it's a one-night stand, they will not hold that man liable via child support, because he does not get any say in who has the child.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
So one state has already signed
not
off on that.
but also, like, how does that like go about to like victims of like sexual assault?
So
that's-
those are totally different, and so that is something that the law doesn't apply to that. That is a whole totally different situation.
Okay.
And we're looking at also single digits numbers of how many children are born that way, but unfortunately, 2 out of every 3 men that takes a paternity test has been proven to not be the father, which I think everybody finds that easy to believe if they've ever watched Maury Povich. When she's on there for the 11th time and he's still not the motherfucking father.
Oh my goodness.
Loki says, so if he comes into the relationship with money and you come in with what you have, are you willing to sign a prenup? Yes, all states should pass that. P says, body count counts. Otherwise, strippers and sex workers
Is
wouldn't
he
have the
12?
highest divorce rates.
Who said that?
Survey in
Is this
Atlanta
a
strip
child?
clubs had a 98% divorce rate because sex workers have to file yearly.
We were
It's an
talking about
obvious-
Atlanta, and you think that's why?
It's an obvious indicator, among other things.
What?
Jesus.
Please disregard whoever.
Is he
Yeah.
16? Like, what do we?
No, that's
what's going on?
Marte.
Marte.
All right, next question. Do women truly make men great?
100%.
Elaborate. Hold on. Elaborate.
No, elaborate on what you guys said.
I feel like I have seen so many instances where a woman will literally meet a guy that's in the slums and she will mold him and build him up into
Yep.
a way better man, and then he probably like never would have did on his own.
In what way?
Like help him like change his wardrobe, help him like learn how to do like basic shit, or tell him or convince him he needs to go back and go back to school, get some type of trade, or do something different with his career if he has no type of no type of, what the fuck is the word? Jesus.
If he has no ambition?
Motivation or
No
yeah.
motivation, no ambition?
Yeah, no motivation or ambition. And it's like they kind of like instill like pretty much their values into this guy. And I'd say in about like, take it like a few years or whatever. And then now he's like their actual like dream man.
Okay, so did she do that, or he just decided
She
to
did
change?
What I feel like is women can only make a man great if he's already great, and he just doesn't realize it. One thing I feel like nobody can really mold you into. You have to. They can motivate you to want, but once they give you, like, if a lot of men come across a woman, like for example, a very high value woman, it's like you 100-0 woman. A man sees you, he like, damn, I want to be able to take care of her. I got to get 3 jobs. I got to do this. I got to start doing this. I got to start. It motivates him to better who he is, but he wouldn't have got to that if it wasn't already in him. He just needed somebody to spark that in him.
Or he saw something he wanted.
Or he saw something he wanted and it made him want to, build himself up for it. Because even if a man, I feel like, even if you could there's women out here who do everything for a man. everything. They might build him up for that little temporary second, and then he go back to who he originally was, and that shows you that no, you didn't really do nothing. He just played a facade to get where he needed to get with you.
I get that. I get that.
Miss Wayne?
I definitely agree. It has to be kind of up to the man too if he wants to like change or be a better person for his partner, because you can do so much, but if somebody is not willing or doesn't have that ambition, then it's like it's pointless. But I definitely do feel like a woman can definitely upgrade a man for sure.
Okay, so the reason this question comes about is because quite often in relationships, especially failed relationships, when a successful man, when the relationship breaks up, she goes, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have this, right? But just like in all reality, let's just be real. Like, for instance, I'm 44 years old. I won't speak on the accolades, but any woman that comes in my life and then we don't make it and she says she made me, I've had these things before her. Two, what usually happens is, and we have to really look at it, is when the woman says, hey, I made that man, one, where did that man come from? Two, did he have motivation? Three, the things that usually when they say they made the man are usually monetary things. And she herself usually hasn't even done it for herself. So before the relationship, she's in the same position she was in after the relationship. So then we have to question, did she really make that man? Because if you're willing to make that man, wouldn't you be willing to do it for yourself?
Yes. And I feel like if the woman did it for herself, she wouldn't even be saying things like, I made you.
Yeah.
Because she would be above that mentally. Yeah. So, yeah.
Nobody, anything else, y'all?
No.
I love that.
Okay, the only reason I do that is to also just open you guys up a little bit to, think a little bit outside the box. A lot of time, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the stuff that is said is echo chambers of things that have been said outside, right? And no one really questions anyone when they say things. So the moment you question, or there are questions asked and you have to elaborate, some of these questions, they do, hey, I don't want to answer that one. It's usually because it doesn't, you've heard one thing, but you haven't really had it elaborate on it. Is love enough to keep a relationship together?
No. Absolutely not. Love ain't gonna pay the bills.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. Love is not enough.
That's it. No. So, what else?
Like, again, you could love somebody and still do them the fuck bold.
So.
You could love somebody and still harm them. You could love somebody and still... A lot of these parents still love their children, but they did them the fuck bold. Or a lot of these children still... That's what I said. Or a lot of these children still love their parents or their family, but they still, they cutthroat with them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, no, it takes more than... That's why I said love and respect together. You have to respect who I am as an individual.
Yeah.
You also have to respect yourself. Because I know if you're out here respecting yourself and you have values that align with mine, I don't really have nothing to worry about. So no, love is not all that it takes.
Okay. All right. So, no one on this couch is married, right?
No.
No one on this couch is engaged?
No.
Okay. I know in a relationship. Diamond, in a relationship.
No.
Not a relationship?
No.
Okay. So this next question is a big one. Especially for the... You want to go to the bathroom or something?
He got some skin.
Getting comfortable.
Look, he over there learning. He like, I'm listening to this shit.
Yeah, he's like taking notes.
All right. In your current relationship and in relationships, period, is marriage the goal?
Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
A spiritual ritual of a marriage is a goal. I really don't care to sign these people's papers.
Hey, marriage is marriage. However you do it.
Yes, then marriage is a goal.
So me personally, I do a marriage to God. Mate,
Yes.
Exactly.
let's go, baby. Let's do it. I don't need these white folks in my business.
I don't want all that. Y'all can keep all that.
Yeah, because
You know?
it was like when me and my boyfriend first met, like on our first date, I asked him like, what do you like your type of expectations, or what are you looking for in a type of way? And he told me before I could tell him that he was dating to eventually marry one day. And same for me. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations on the wedding.
Okay, Miss Wayne.
Yeah, I said, yeah, definitely. I said in 5 years, I'm hoping and praying I'm somebody's wife. Yes.
Okay, now part 2 to this question. This is where I always get in trouble. Does the ring or the ceremony make you a wife, or are you already a wife?
I'm a wife to myself. That might sound like real. Do that sound like something a bitter woman?
Did you hear that? She's a wife to herself.
You always have to be. You always have to be in a relationship with yourself before anybody else. Point blank. Period. You gotta love yourself before you love. You can't, because you gotta. If you don't love yourself, you can't properly love the people around you in a proper way. Even if you have kids, you gotta love yourself for your kids. You gotta make sure you good
But
for your kids to be good.
We are talking. We're just talking specific to a wife. Are you currently walking in the spirit of a wife?
Me?
All of you.
No. I'm not, because I'm not.
What do you define as a wife? There's so many
here's
different
the thing.
relationships.
Yeah.
Do you think that the ring
many
and the ceremony make you a wife, or are you a wife prior to that?
Oh, before that. I feel like the minute
have
a
wife
man gets on his
tendencies.
knees and asks you, "Can you be a wife?"
Yeah.
You are
Like,
to that man.
already.
You are a wife.
Okay, but that means that you show that you are a wife, correct?
Yes,
That's
but what
correct.
ways can I what
Well,
you
'cause
mean,
you're
like
already
cooking
doing,
and
like,
cleaning,
wife
or you mean like mentally?
Okay, so
and
let me actually
physically,
okay, so
spiritually,
then let me do it like this. As a man, we start dating, right? Is it my job to take you out? Is it my job to be your safety, your security, right? Is it my job to make sure that I'm emotionally there for you, and able to respect you and make others respect you as well? Is it not my job to uphold my word, a standard, show you love in every way possible, to know that no ifs, ands, or buts about it? The day I get down on one knee, you say yes to me?
Yes.
Okay, so when I ask you to marry me and I put a ring on your finger, does my job change?
No.
No.
So that I'm walking in the husband of the
You
spirit
are
of a
right.
husband,
You're
correct?
100%
Correct.
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I get
when
it.
you
Now I
break it
get it.
down, like
when you break it down, then like I get the question. So I changed my answer. Yes.
we are allowed to change our answer.
No, that's why I elaborate on things when I see that. If y'all don't get it, I can reiterate the question.
Thank you. Okay. That was
So don't worry. Look, I'm not trying to set nobody up. I'm not trying to make nobody look. I want to make sure that everybody has an understanding and like can properly answer the question.
yes. I definitely yes.
So you all agree that you walk in the spirit of a wife?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
And I feel like yes.
Now, in y'all's two cases, if I hit y'all mans up and was like, she walking in the spirit of a wife, what they gonna say?
Currently,
I ain't gonna do that to you because she in the room. She in the room.
we'll have that conversation later.
Now I have to pull you. I pull y'all for a couples, because I do couples retreat, where y'all get to talk about the beauty of love and all the good things that come with it. If you down for that one day. So, Reed's like, shit. No, don't do it.
And that's not. I said let's do it.
All right, Diamond.
Yes.
Are you walking in the spirit of a wife? Your man would be like, yes, she is that one.
Yeah.
Okay. What's he waiting on there? I need to talk to him.
My boyfriend?
Yeah.
He told me already he's still trying to like, I want like for my wedding, I want a big wedding. I want it nice. There's a certain like, it's going to be big. And he told me already that he's just trying to like make sure we can actually afford that.
Cool. So that was actually my very next question. The next question is, what is more important? The title of a wife and the ceremony and everything, all the glitz and the glamour? Or is it the fact that you know for sure, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, this is the person you're spending the rest of your life with, and the D word is not an option?
The latter,
D
for
word.
sure.
Oh.
I think it matters more because you could have all that big shit and you could make it look nice. You could dress it up all fancy as you want, but that person could still be out doing you the fuck bold and acting like they're
Exactly.
not married and taking their ring off and put it in their pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the latter.
Yeah, definitely. Number 2.
Yeah.
All right, which goes into the next question. Is dating more about the experience or is it about getting to know someone?
Getting to know someone is an experience.
Yeah, I would say it's kind of like both, in my opinion. So it's like there's like even though we've been together for 2 years, I think almost every day I'm still kind of finding out new things about him where I'm like, when the fuck did you
That's
start
because
doing
he's
that?
still finding out new things
Hey,
about
yeah.
Hey,
himself.
guess
You're
what? Guess
forever
what?
evolving.
Here's a statistic for you. It takes married couples, not relationship couples, married couples, 20 years to truly get to know each other.
You're forever evolving. You're
Exactly.
I'm still getting to know me. You know, I'm only 24 years old.
Same.
I have a long way to go, and I'm completely different than I was even at 23. I'm a completely different woman. Like I wake up and I change, you know. So I feel like with person, that's why I said getting to know somebody is the experience. Getting to experience that person is the experience. So that's why I think it's best, because getting to know someone that's a beautiful thing. Like you're letting me into parts of you. Oh my goodness. Like, and I'm letting you into parts of me. Like there's some magic going on. So I think it's both.
Okay, so first date. What is entailed in the first date? Is it about where you go or is it about the time spent together?
The times for me, sorry.
Go ahead.
But for me, it's like the time spent together, because we could be just like riding around listening to music, but if the vibe is right and like the connection, then that's all that matters.
How old are you?
That's cool. Me?
Yeah.
I'm 26. I'll be 27.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that answer. Definitely. It really is about the time spent, even if it's just a walk in a park, a picnic, something. Of course, yeah, there are dates where you take a woman out, you do this and this and that, but then it's also those little times, and I feel like those are the more intimate times than you actually dressing up a woman and taking her out to. Like, yes, she's going to appreciate that, but y'all are in your own intimate setting where y'all are getting to know. Yeah, so I feel like it's definitely the time spent. Girl, be confident in your head. I already knew that she was going to be confident.
Look, she
Hey,
looking
say
away.
that shit loud and say that shit proud, please.
It's definitely about the fucking place for me. So, because I just feel like the place that you take me to for a first date, I think that's kind of like a reflection on how,
He values you.
like, yeah, you pretty much like value me. So if you better try to take me into fucking Burger King on the first date, obviously.
Okay, now that's
no, but like, you know,
I prefer
Okay, so let me
right?
ask you this. Let me ask you this question. On a first date, which one is more meaningful and going to tell you the most about the man? Spending 3 hours at a park bench having deep, intimate conversations with each other, or an hour and a half at Steak 44?
The 3 hours.
I
Oh, that's right.
She's like, hey, that hour and a half. Because I can see how you eat, how you talk. No, for me, though, it is the 3 hours at the park bench. Some of the best moments that I have spent with the man in my life is us completely doing nothing but talking. And that's why I'm like, this is fucking beautiful. I wouldn't trade this moment for anything. So that's what that is for me.
I'm saying Steak 44 got like a nice cream corn.
I love it.
Okay, so I got a question for you then, specifically. Okay. Divorce rate right now is 80% and still climbing. Marriage is actually dropping off. More people are actually getting married because of the actual experience, right? In life, you getting to know someone, like those 3 hours, you're going to learn more about them and who they actually are. 2, it also lets you know if you're truly compatible. 3, history has proven the way you start your relationship is the way you end your relationship. When you're both 85 years old, do you think he's taking you to Steak 44, or should you guys be having great conversations?
We're doing both. We have a great conversation at Steak 44, even if it is an hour.
Again, at 85, you think you're still going to be going to Steak 44?
Well, 85, I'm probably going to be dead, but yeah.
Have you been to Steak? Okay, so clearly you've been to Steak
I
44. Have. What's the oldest couple you've seen in there?
Probably like some 60 or 70-year-olds.
Yeah. When you get to a certain age, a certain state in life, those things disappear. You know why? Because it's no longer about what you receive. It's about who you are and what you're receiving from your partner. It's not about the experience, because your life is the experience. You're now more focused on kids, grandkids, things like that. You don't think you'll be like that in 60 years from now?
No, because I don't want kids.
Oh, cool.
I love women who don't. Even though I want kids, I love women who don't want kids. I think that is such a boss bitch move. And I just
Natalia said, "Not the cream corn."
Hey, that cream corn is good.
It is
though.
so
That's
good,
all-
Live Life with Gia says some women pull the greatness out of a man. She also said you have to be a wife already. God will send you the husband. I got a response for that. And then ask them, would you marry yourself right now? That will get a real answer. Hold on. So Gia, you said you have to be a wife already. God will send you the husband. Incorrect. And the reason that I say that is incorrect, and that again, that is something that is spread in today's society. It's a falsehood. You have to understand, God made Adam. He created Eve to be a helpmate. It is actually a man's job to go find a woman. We have to stop also blaming everything on God. He is not a narcissist. That's why he gave us free will. The whole point of free will is so he can be hands off, and it's based off of what you do. Yes, you are correct. You do have to be a wife already. But a woman that walks in the energy of a wife, a man is automatically going to snatch her up anyway. God himself is not sending, because if you sit your ass in that house and you don't get on no internet and you don't do nothing, trust me, you're going to be doing that till the day you die. So that's a good question. Would you ladies marry yourself right now, today, at the age you're at?
Yes. Very much so.
Yeah, I would.
Solid in that answer.
Exactly.
Hold on, Miss Wayne. What was them eyes? You can't hide that. We can see it.
I don't know what. Okay, I don't know what.
Sometimes your face reacts.
Yeah, I don't know.
You telling on yourself.
Well, you said honesty, and I'm gonna say no, just because there's certain things within myself that I need to work on.
What would you say you need to work on? Are you willing to share?
Share one thing that's not too
Personal.
yeah.
Well, see, hold on.
This is
This is the thing, because if you're not willing to share it, you have to ask yourself, are you actually working on them? See, usually if we hide stuff away in the treasure chest, that means we don't want other people to see those things, which is what creates trauma. You have to be able to conquer traumas and be able to speak on them because that's how you get past them. That's
very
like me
true.
going to the 12-stepper. I am an alcoholic and I am I renounce my alcoholism.
Well, for me,
But you don't have to go into the deep detail. Just
No,
can
I'm
do it
gonna
very
do a
vague.
basic
Yep.
real quick. But communication, that's definitely something I'm working on because I always say communication is key, but that's something I need to work on within myself, within others. And then also I'm like a very overthinker, so I need to get that into like a mellow kind of tone, you know?
Hey, congratulations. That is all women.
Yeah.
I
Really,
can tell
we
you
all
now, I
women.
remember when I was 26 too, when I was 25, when I was 35, and I'm about to be 45. That's all the fuck y'all do is overthink. Y'all are emotional. And emotional creatures overthink. Which goes to the next question is, women are emotional. Men are logical. In knowing that, do women truly mature faster than men?
What? No.
Women, it is scientifically proven that
Yes.
women do mature faster than men.
Physically or emotionally?
Emotionally. Yeah.
Because I feel like women, men, especially men in today's society, especially black men, they were taught to ignore their emotions. So they don't really know what the fuck their emotions are majority of the time. So I feel like it takes them a lot longer than that in life. They have to really get trampled and, thrown away and what you say earlier, disposed of to actually be like, okay, this is how I feel and acknowledge it and then move from that. Us women, we do that all throughout our lives, and especially, but I mean, I was raised in a household where I was told like, don't be emotional, don't do this, don't do that, but I couldn't help it. It's something I had to face, within myself, and I feel like I came to I'm not perfect by any means, but emotionally, I can level some things out a lot easier than men my age. I would say that.
Okay.
Especially men my age. I don't
Exactly,
know what the fuck
girl.
they on. Okay.
Exactly.
I don't know what the fuck.
No.
But yeah.
All right, so then I'm going to ask you ladies a question. We're gonna deep dive. Boy, I wish I had another microphone because I put you on here too. Okay, the reason for this that I asked this question, right? I agree with you. Men are told to basically put our emotions away, right? But do you understand why?
I'm not.
No,
yeah,
I
I'm not-
don't.
Do
wouldn't
any
say
of
I
you
do.
do any of you ladies understand why?
Maybe if I had a son,
Okay, yeah. Which once you have a son,
maybe
you will
if I had
definitely
an
understand.
active father.
Miss Wayne, do you have a son?
I have two boys, but I mean, I don't. I
Okay.
let them
Okay.
get their emotions out.
Cool, perfect. When your boys are showing your emotion, do you see more anger than anything?
A little bit.
Okay. See, we as men, our emotions aren't as your emotions are. We are not emotional. See, that's why you guys can have tea parties and sit at a table and talk to your invisible friends for like 13,000 hours. We're not like that. See, if you give us two G.I. Joes, we parents them together. Okay? Our only emotion that we know and truly understand is anger. Right? So when men are dealing with our emotions, because we have a whole totally different thought process, which is logic. We have to actually think things through. So when a man does not lash out at you, isn't yelling at you, isn't putting his hands on you, he's actually processing his emotions 100%. What usually happens is you guys usually want a man to express his emotions and the way that you express your emotions. You're estrogen. We are testosterone. If you switch those roles, you'll truly understand. We play violent sports because we like to stomp a mud hole in people. Okay? Women, you guys don't have that. And when you guys were kids and you played on the playground, you guys played games that were like committee games. There was usually no winner or loser. Hopscotch.
House.
Playing house.
I was gonna say I'm just waiting for y'all to start naming off some games that y'all played as kids. Okay.
Kitchen.
When boys go outside at recess and play baseball, basketball, football, kickball, everything is a winner or a loser. We also understand hierarchy. He's a better player than I am, so that's the team captain, and then he's the second better player, so you guys choose who you want your teams to be, right? That is actually our way of expressing our emotions, because this is the thing. Prison is full of men that are emotional. Mm-hmm. Men that go out and do things to women and children. Those are emotional men. Those are men who can't contain their emotions. So understand, yes, you guys actually do mature faster than men physically. Emotionally, unfortunately, we can't agree to that, because if you get super angry, especially if you're a man, a lot of times, do y'all flatten tires, bust out windows, kick in doors,
not anymore.
Hit his ass, cut up Jordans, burn
you gotta be
T-shirts?
rooting who you used to be.
Oh my God.
I don't totally agree with that.
Okay, speak up.
Hold on. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like men are more emotional than women.
They are.
And I feel like we feel it on such a broad spectrum that until somebody teaches us what we feel and how to communicate it, all we do is go to our basic emotion, which is rage or conquer. I do feel like we have a lot of emotions, because as you grow up, you learn about what to feel, you know what I'm saying, and what to feel for. So when you're young, we're not taught about what should I feel when this happens. We just see it, process it, and then we apply logic. We haven't been told what is this emotion that you should be feeling, or how do you process this emotion and communicate it to others.
Okay.
So again, I agree 100%. So you reiterated everything that I said. The part 2 to that is, when you do feel emotional, are you speaking with your girl about it, or are you usually talking to your brother, your uncle, your best friend? Exactly. As men, we process our emotions amongst ourselves. And that's actually, and we don't truly, did you play sports? Absolutely. All right. So ladies, I'm going to give y'all another slight analogy here. First toy we were given was probably a G.I. Joe or a truck. We jumped the truck off of something. We threw it, right? Crash it up, bang, bang. Y'all were given baby dolls. And y'all loved it and talked to it and brushed his hair and did all those things. Y'all are processing emotions. When you fall, we kiss your boo-boo. Wait. What the hell? Cut you all the way out, didn't it? When we fall, it's get up, you're okay. When you fall, we kiss your boo-boo. Okay? As we get older and we start going through life, we play sports. Our sports are violent. Your sports are not. Y'all play volleyball. Y'all do cheerleading. Y'all do a whole lot of... Basketball is probably the most soccer...
I did flag football.
You play flag football?
I sure did, 4'11" and all.
See, that's new, though. That's very new. That's very new.
That was when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's very, very... Well, as a kid, yeah, you'll play flag football. But we play football with pads. We play violent games, right? And then every time we got hurt, are we not? We told to just get up and walk it off. Now, we go through all of that and through high school and then college, which is usually when you have your first major relationship. How old are you, sir? 32. Okay. You go to college?
Yep.
Okay. In college, you had your first major relationship, I'd say?
High school.
High school? And then your girl wanted you to be real emotional, right? Okay. So for those first 18 years of your life, y'all was love, emotion, tea parties, dolls, all this. We was crack 'em up, bang, bang, hit 'em harder, steal the ball, fuck your emotions, get angry. Use it, harness your anger to go score more points, go do this, go do that. And then our coach, you ain't shit. If you don't do this, you ain't shit. Right? Am I right? Now y'all want us to be emotional. We get into this relationship and you want us to feel like y'all feel. Is that logical?
Well,
No.
I genuinely do feel like those experiences you describe really are like a case by case basis, because not every kid or girl is raised that way to where it's
True,
like
but when we have these conversations, we have to speak about
the majority.
we have to
Or-
speak about what is the average. The average kid plays sports. The only ones that we're going to speak of that aren't able to play sports, generally speaking, are underprivileged kids. They're not going to be able to have those things and be able to live that particular portion and part of life. So, yes, we do have to speak on the generalities of things, and in general, the majority of kids will go through life playing sports. The underprivileged kids, and we already know how underprivileged kids end up. 50% of those men end up in prison, and then those women are trauma, damage, in and out of horrible relationships, etc. But that also explains why they are in that, because they are a product of their environment. So we do, yes, we speak on generalities here, but we also have to understand, like, we can't make the minority the majority, although we do have to understand that there are underprivileged men and women that grew up as underprivileged children. That is what created their outcome. So when we become adult men, like me, I was a Division I football player. So, shit, from 4 till 20s, I'm cracking motherfuckers either in the boxing ring or playing football. Now my girl wants me to be soft and gentle and have these sweet, soft talking, I love you relationships. Now, obviously, for our woman, we do soften up. But the whole point of this is, ladies, what you guys kind of have to understand is the man that you're with, you're actually going to be the one that teaches him how to deal with his emotions. Because the world did not teach him how to deal with his emotions. So you, whether you like it or not, are going to actually have to pick up that slack and teach him that process. Because in most cases, our parents, the world, our friends, especially as men, I'm pretty sure your boys talk shit to you on a regular basis, or you was one of the ones talking shit to them, right?
Oh man, I was a bully to the bully.
See, and he was a bully to the bullies. So he was the biggest bully. So in those situations, it's hard to become an emotional being when, unfortunately, the life that we live has nothing to do with emotions. So just be a little understanding. How y'all feel right now?
I agree. I feel good.
I feel good.
Me too.
I feel like this conversation is definitely opening up new perceptions for me, and I appreciate it. But also confirming some of my perceptions is okay. That's valid.
Not what you guys were expecting, huh?
No, I'm thinking you could ask like some, like, I don't know, girl. I thought you could
Some of
ask
the
some freak.
questions.
I thought
Yeah,
you
I
could
know,
ask
I
something
know.
else. You got
Yeah.
real deep. I'm thinking ladies' night. I'm like, okay, we gonna. No, I like this though. We needed this. Like,
Okay, so here's the thing. Again, these questions that I'm asking you, I asked the men tomorrow night. So, if you guys really want to know and understand how men think,
I don't want to do that.
why
That
not?
is terrifying.
But see, here's the thing. If you truly, in life, you have been taught what to expect from a man, right? But never taught what a man wants and how to make a man happy other than sex.
That is true. I was not
Men
taught how to make them.
have been taught how to do what a woman expects and give you everything that makes you happy, but we were never actually taught how to properly love you. So there's a disconnect. So again, you should want to know men's thought process in order to be able to truly make your man happy. Because especially as a wife, because you got to keep that nigga happy for the rest of his life.
He seemed pretty happy to me.
But he's also going to grow and age and change.
Yes.
So as those things happen, you are going to want to be more in tune and in touch with your man, because you're going to want him to be more in tune and in touch with you. So if you're going to do it, it is a give and take, whether you like it or not. So we also have to know and understand each other in order to truly make each other happy. Because if you're just sitting there the entire time like, gimme, 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 flourish, 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 make me happy, make me happy, make me happy. Well, that's him pouring into your cup, but his cup is never getting full. And the thing about it is when we go out into the world, our lives are way harder than yours. So everyone's beating us down. You are supposed to be our safe space and our peace and our love and our tranquility. Let's change this up just a little bit. Y'all ready to do something a little different?
Yeah.
All right. Can sex on the first night ruin your chance at a relationship?
No.
No. I think it really depends on the guy, but I don't date guys that would ever look at it that way. So.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, but if that sexual connection is there, I'm not going to be childish. Not childish. I want to say childish. But if I know that I want to jump your bones in that moment, I'm not going to be like, okay, let's just try 3 months. Let me give you this 3 month rule. And let me know I'm going to experience what I want to experience in that moment. And if that person is meant for me, that person will stick beside me.
Exactly. So, no, I try not to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed a couple of chats here. Liva G has said, sit me on the bench, babe. I'll take myself to dinner afterwards. IBF Pro Marte says, we as men process emotion in a very controlled and planned way. It helps us pave the way because men have to do regardless of how we feel to create a safe environment in society. The ones that don't end up ostracized or locked up. Sean said the one in black is my type. Nah, it depends on the female. Shit happens.
Exactly.
Natalia said Diamond ready to go to Steak 44. Sean, you get 2 women on this couch that are in black. So what the fuck are you talking about? So are you talking about black A or black B?
Pop the balloon.
She said pop the balloon.
Yeah, girl, yeah, I'm actually going to be on the one.
All right, next question then is,
I don't think I watched that one. I watched the last one.
craziest place you've ever made out with a partner?
The craziest place.
Craziest place?
Craziest place.
What's the fine is the crazy place to
Like
make out with your
make out, or
partner?
like make out.
Like
and
y'all
then-
got it in.
I'm trying to think.
The craziest place?
Yeah, the craziest place.
Can you help me out here?
She's like, can he leave the room?
Crazy places. I don't
Do
think
we
it's
really
no
gotta say?
craziest and before, like. Oh. I do have a place.
He laughed.
What does that mean? I'm an actress, and me and this person, we on the same acting skit team, and I'll probably say on set is probably the craziest place we made out.
Is that the craziest place, sir?
Why would you do that? How'd you know that was regarding
Because he started laughing his ass off over here. He can't hide it. He can't hide it.
Was it the
Is that
craziest?
the craziest place?
I think that was the
Okay,
most
so they was on set freaking.
ballsy.
Yeah, y'all trying to get literally caught on camera. Miss Wayne, craziest places.
Okay, well for me, this was before I had kids, okay? Because before I had kids, okay.
Like pre-kids, I was out here going crazy.
Nope.
Fuck what you heard. I was doing it everywhere. Shit.
No, not everywhere, but I was outside for real.
She
Give me some ideas.
she said I was outside for real.
Let me write down some shit.
All right, go ahead.
No, the craziest place for me was probably we was we was parked. It was in a car. Backseat in the car was parked in the park.
That was crazy.
That's the craziest place.
You could come with some crazy shit.
That's regular shit. That's regular shit.
Not plenty of times, but I'd have pitted the yes.
Man, I done did a park bench, the park car in the park.
I done been on
the slide. I done did that.
Okay, well that's normal. So there you go.
I done made the swing a real sex swing.
I was on the actual playpen. What about you, girl?
I don't even know if this is like crazy. I just feel like it's common. Like the club bathroom. Like that's not.
I have yet to.
I've never.
Oh, I've had sex in the club. I've had sex in the club multiple times.
I
That ain't
have yet
shit.
to. Oh my god!
Take it.
I
Hey,
just want to try.
he said, "Take it to the club."
Yeah, I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
Sean said the African one, and she ain't A or B. She's number one. Oh,
Which one are you African?
Who the fuck African?
I think he's talking about you.
Nigga, I'm American. I'm like, you got the African one.
He also said that's regular. So he's saying that your park sex is regular, Miss Wayne.
Okay,
That
well,
is
show me a little something, Mr. Sean.
Oh,
She's shooting shots.
Which part?
She ready to get her club shut up. Look, she ain't denying either. She's just sitting there like, let's go. All right. What is your version of intimacy and how important is it to you?
There's so many versions
Yeah.
of intimacy. What type of question is that?
Well, everybody's version of
It
intimacy is
depends
different.
on like who you are.
It's super, 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 super important.
Some people think intimacy is just sitting on the couch watching Love Is Blind.
That is a form of intimacy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just
Exactly.
like another form of intimacy is, your partner giving you a massage. Or another form of intimacy is y'all not watching nothing, but y'all just chilling, listening to good music. And y'all vibing to the good music. Another form of intimacy is y'all just, in the middle of the night, y'all up laughing in the dark at some goofy shit. Like, it's just so many different.
If I'm up in the middle of the night, we ain't laughing. There's gonna be some sounds, but we ain't gonna be no laughing.
But also, like intimacy also could play out like in some people. Well, a form of intimacy is also like going on dates or taking your partner to a family event or getting to there's so many different forms of intimacy. Yeah.
yeah. I think like my form of intimacy is like with my boyfriend now. We go to like Barnes and Noble a lot and kind
That's my
of just
favorite
sit
place.
in
That's
like
beautiful.
the manga section and just read like books and stuff like that just for a couple hours. So like that is like my favorite thing that we do.
love that.
So that's
I like that.
yeah. So like quality time.
I like that.
What's your intimacy, Miss Wayne?
Well, for me, it's like a staying in, cooking dinner together, listening to music, a glass of wine, just chilling, vibing out with one another, and then
Oh.
Okay. We winning over here. Do you guys think that women can handle the truth? Can women handle the truth?
Can anybody handle the truth?
Yeah, a lot of people can handle the truth.
I feel like women have to learn to handle the truth. I had to learn to handle the truth. I had to learn to be like, okay, yeah, I want the truth more than anything. Even if that shit is something that's going to really break my heart, I'd rather know the truth than be, acting off of something that's not even real.
Right.
So whether I can take it or not, give it to me.
Yeah. It's like, tell me the truth and now like accept that, but I'm not liable for what I do after you tell me it. So
See, that goes back to that emotional part. Look, she just...
it depends on what it is.
She said that real Angela Bassett in
hey, that's not
like a thin line between love and hate kind of way. She's like that. Hey, you can tell me the truth, but don't expect anything because afterwards I might fuck you up.
No,
No, but that's true.
Okay, so let me introduce me to your man. And then I'm gonna put you guys in. I'm gonna put you in anger management, just in case. Just in case. Be like, look, dog. If you ever tell her the truth, make sure you got 6 feet in between you. Have your back right there at the door.
So like, if I'm saying, if it like warrants that. So if it's like, there's been times where it's like,
So if your man cheated on you and he told you that,
oh, I'm
if he
beating
said
his ass.
he cheated on me 50 times, of course, it's gonna be
Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna
like a
be-
natural reaction.
50 times.
50
Not the
times.
50
We
No, I'm saying,
just
it
said
is
once.
'cause
Just
if you-
once. Damn, you done took it to
If you
50.
tell
I mean,
me
you got
once-
49 passes.
No, I'm saying if you told me in that moment, like, yeah, babe, I cheated on you 50 times, and you never told me
Oh,
any of
okay.
those times, I'm fucking shit up.
Yeah, nigga, I'm beating
Yeah.
your ass.
The first time,
Yep.
more than
She
likely,
said,
I
yeah,
leave.
nigga, I'm
Yeah,
beating your
that's what I'm saying.
ass.
Tell me the-
Got
you
you.
like, babe,
Yeah,
I want
no.
to sit you down and let you know I cheated on you this and then that. No, like, especially if you let it calculate and add up.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Exactly. That noise right there.
that's gonna be him.
Because I'm going to end you.
But like honestly, like if it's the first time, I'm just gonna dip out. I've never been in that situation though. I used to be the cheater, so I've never been in that situation. Hopefully karma don't come. Used to?
There's no such thing as karma.
Yeah. Okay.
I've grown.
I've grown. We grow. And you said there's no such thing as karma.
No such thing as karma.
Why? How?
Elaborate.
Okay, so again, God gave us free will.
I know where he going with this. Finish.
So if karma were true, let's just put it this way. If karma were actually real, I'm fucked. And there would be no such thing as blessings because, yeah.
I feel like I don't know if you're going in this direction, but with karma, if you feel like what you're doing isn't, like if you ain't harming people, like if you feel like, okay, I'm perfectly fine. Even if this girl said I did this and this and that, I don't feel nothing from it. You're not gonna get anything back. But if you have that guilt and I feel like what you is in your body and your thought process and what you feel is what you get back regardless.
A lot of times the things that we call karma are you feel bad, so you put yourself in another situation to rectify what you did. That's what karma is.
That's not how it worked for me. That's not how, like, for example,
Sean
my
said
karma-
the truth hurts. Jody told y'all best. You can't handle it. He took it to baby boy.
Okay, we get on that. It's Sean.
All right. See, this wasn't that bad, huh?
I didn't expect it to be bad.
Well, you've been here before. You know what this is like.
I didn't know
So-
what to expect.
I didn't either, but I was.
I didn't know
I
what
was
to
a little
expect for
scared.
ladies' night, but I knew it was gonna be cool with him.
So I have 4 shows, 2 which are basically dating and relationships, which is the ladies' night and the boys' club, and then my other 2 shows are more like interviews. So like for my models, my musicians, my entrepreneurs, and things such as that. If you're interested in coming, let me know, and then we put you on that. Then it's just a all out interview. It's all about you, what you do, your business, how you got into it, background, all of that stuff. That's what she saw with C when she was here the first time. And then there's this. But two, at the same time, like I want these to be more easy and fun and let people it allows you to be yourself. That's also why I use a couch instead of a bunch of chairs and all the crazy shit, because I want people to be relaxed and like be able to just have like a real conversation with each other. Same thing as like if you were sitting around with your girlfriends and stuff. All right, in dating, this one should be easy. In dating, name one thing that men can improve, and then name thing that women can improve in order to make it better.
I think women can improve in our patience. And I say this when it comes to me because we set these expectations and we tell a man, okay, this is kind of what I desire in a man, but we don't really give him much patience for him to mold himself into that or see if that works for him. And once we realize, okay, this ain't it, instead of either assisting him build himself to the man you desire, or we just be like, hey, this ain't gonna cut out. Same with a lot of women who they say, okay, I need a man to do this, I need a man to provide, I need a man to do this and this and that. But they can't, they don't want to stay down for the come up. So I feel like we need patience. I'm speaking really for me, but
there you go. Yep.
Anybody else want to chime in?
I feel like women can improve on their temper and like their attitude, because sometimes we can say something, but it's our attitude that kind of the delivery. Not the message, like our tone on how we relay the message, and yeah, definitely temper and attitude.
That's definitely important. We're impulsive.
Yeah.
You're impulsive. Yeah. What you got? She's like, I don't need none more.
She's like, I'm in a relationship.
What about men?
Fuck them
Because
motherfuckers.
you said one thing men had to improve on.
One thing men can improve on, but also one thing women can improve on.
I feel like some men have a real bad habit of trying to compare themselves to other guys. So maybe not do that. But yeah.
So remember what I said, like as men, as kids, we go out and we play sports and we know who the top player is and who the bottom player is. Like we are always going to compare ourselves to the next man, because honestly, whether you guys know it or not, that's actually usually what makes us better. So like in a man's world, we're only as good as our 5 best friends. So like if the 5 best friends are bums, usually he gonna be a bum. If his 5 best friends are, I don't know, corporate America type 6-figure makers, then he's in good company. Like I always say this to women, and I say it quite often: pay attention to what he does and pay attention to who he hangs out with. That will tell you everything about the man.
Yeah.
I think one thing men can work on is accountability.
That.
I feel like women too, but men much more.
Who do you think needs to hold accountability more, men or women?
Men, because men are usually never held accountable at all.
In what standard?
And like the standard of them growing up, boys doing things, and everybody's just like, boys will be boys.
Yeah.
So
okay, I feel that.
And then they get away with that.
Okay,
that is in a way when you have.
I'm gonna play this accountability game with you real quick.
Yes.
All right. If we were to call someone fat, who's held accountable? Who's not?
The person
calling
the person fat.
No.
Why?
See, as men, you call us fat, we have to go to the gym and work it out, or just stay fat. As a woman, it's body shaming. Is there accountability there?
It's the same way.
It's still body shaming
Like,
for
it's
both.
body shaming.
Okay, well, how come we still don't have extra large male models?
Yes,
yes,
we do.
we do.
Have you
And
not
they be
seen
eating
Savage X Fenty? Like, What?
Yes, we do have, but it's not. You're right. It's really not as plus size
I was gonna say,
male as it is women.
when I say when it
But
comes
yeah,
to male
rare.
models, name one male model by name that the world knows of.
Well, I can't name a male model. In
I can
But I
hardly-
guarantee you can name a BBW model that the world knows of.
I know I'm a model, but I need to get better on my other than like Naomi Campbell.
Okay, so
But-
part 2 of the accountability game. If a man does not want to take care of his child, there's child support, and if he chooses not to pay child support, he goes to jail. If a woman decides not to take care of a child, what happens to her?
You can put the mother on child support.
You-
They just decide not to do it.
Or they take the kids away from her.
Yeah.
But
I
don't,
have met women on child support, but I also have met men who are taking care of their children that the woman completely left.
okay. A man
And they still get
is broke versus a woman is broke. A woman can go to what, WIC, food stamps, etc. What does a man get?
Can guys not get
They
food
can't
stamps?
do WIC?
Men get turned
If
down
they a
left and
single
right.
father,
Men actually get turned down left and right.
I
Now,
got turned down.
can't do it. Dang, I didn't even know that.
am
that
I
ain't
lying?
right.
A single
You know,
dad.
you know any single fathers that get food stamps? Have you ever met one?
What the?
Wick
There's
is
a
like
difference
for women.
But WIC
For
should
women,
still
yeah.
it is, but it's still for the baby though. Like it's the milk. It's the.
Okay, hold on.
It's like damn.
I get kicked out my place today and I'm homeless. You get kicked out your place and you homeless. Which one of us has a shelter to go to?
More likely the
woman.
woman.
They do be women.
There's a reason for
shelters.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a reason for that.
So let's start there. There's a reason for that.
What's the reason?
Guys are disgusting and creepy. And they prey on very vulnerable women, aka homeless women. So they need a safe space to go to, because said that woman go to like a regular shelter, so many women and children get assaulted by other homeless men.
When it comes to male and women dynamics, and then male and male and women, who do you think has the highest rate of assault?
Like,
Say can't answer that
Man on woman, woman on woman, and man on man. Who do
Woman
you
on
think
woman.
holds the highest assault rate?
Woman
Woman
on
on
woman.
woman.
I've
Thank you.
been in relationships.
So
with
this
women,
this
so I
is
know.
Diamond. This again is something that is sold to you guys, but actually women assault women at a much higher rate than even men assault women.
okay.
I believe that.
And again, these are, you can go look up all these statistics. It's 100% verifiable. It's easy to find. When it comes to accountability, unfortunately, we are held 10 times more accountable for all of our actions than you guys ever will. It's the same thing. Let's say right now, her man decides to jump on me right now. Which one of y'all gonna help me?
Why would we?
Thank you.
That's two niggas
I might have to
fighting.
jump on you too.
Okay. That's exactly what happens in real life, out in the streets, club, Scottsdale, Tempe,
But that's
wherever you
two
go.
guys
Need a
fighting
quick,
though.
Hold on.
bathroom break. I need a quick bathroom.
Go ahead. You,
Thank
go through this door to the left. Okay. If a man was to jump on a woman, who's gonna go to her aid?
Like if that
In a
happened
same
here.
public setting.
Oh, I would.
Everybody's going to help her, right?
Yes.
Even when women fight on women, who's going to jump to their aid?
That's two women fighting.
But they're
If
still
anything,
going
you're
to
gonna
jump in
go-
and stop the women from fighting.
Yeah. And I would expect the same, like if there was another guy here, if y'all started fighting, a guy trying to break up the fight.
But it doesn't happen.
Yes, it happens. Guys break up fights.
In a man's world, and especially I'm a fighter. No one's coming to help us. No one's coming to. If my boys aren't there, no help. If his boys aren't there and we're fighting, there's no help. They're gonna stomp me out and we're gonna stomp him out, but no one's actually gonna break it up. People don't break up male fights. They just let them fight and fucking scream out World Star and make videos. the things that the benefits that you can come on. They're the benefits that. So what happens quite often more than anything is you receive a lot of benefits that you feel like everybody else receives, but unfortunately it just does not happen that way. We don't get to benefit from someone helping us out or doing like that. Unless there's security or the police show up. And that's usually the only time those things happen. I wish that I could say that the accountability clause was the same, but it's truly not. Just like if you found out your man was cheating on you, you tell anybody, it's gonna be he ain't shit. If you go out and cheat on your man, those exact same people gonna be like, well, obviously he wasn't taking care of what he was supposed to. That's why you went and looked for another man.
But I'm saying when I did that years ago, when I was like, I think I was like 18 or 19. When I did that, even my friends was like, yeah, that was real fucking stupid of you. That was shitty.
Well, I'm glad you got a good circle of friends. Good.
So like nobody was applauding me, and like I look back on it and I look at like,
but that's
girls,
rare. You do realize that's rare.
What?
It's very rare.
That is rare that your friends actually told you that was a dumb decision.
Yeah, it's because the guy was nice. If he was shitty, I would have just said.
Married nice guys get cheated on all the time, and it's his fault.
So
It sucks, but this is the world we live in. Sean is on a roll over here.
Jesus.
Sean said, a man who doesn't take care of his seed is not a man. End of discussion. A man who's broke, shit, we aren't loved unconditionally. A broke man is a bum. A broke woman can come up easily thanks to simps. Women prey on men with money. So don't just say that men prey. It's true too.
What do you mean? It's completely different.
How's it different? A woman preying on a man and a man preying on a woman is different?
A man preying on a woman to assault her versus be wanting your money that you're going to give to me willingly.
Well, that's financial assault.
So
it's still a form of assault.
financial assault.
That's still a form of assault.
No, it's not. No, it's
and it
not
actually
assault.
happens way more than men hurting women.
It's me asking you like, hey, I need my nails done.
No, that's
and you
different.
give me money.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about women that literally prey on men to like. This is the thing. This is something that isn't talked about a lot. All right, for instance, let's say I'm in Miami right now, and I go to a club, and I just went to the VIP, and I just bought like 10 bottles, and I let 2 random chicks come through, and we kicking at a party, or whatever, and then they come back to my hotel, right? These chicks literally preyed on me because they see the chains around my neck and was like, okay, and he just got 10 bottles, so he just spent like 15 grand tonight at the club. And she calls 2 of her dudes and she leaves the hotel door unlocked so they can come in and literally rob.
Okay, I'm saying that's actual assault.
But she preyed on him. She did that. And that happens a whole fucking lot.
Okay, yeah.
Way more, but see, that's what
you said
but
way
these
more
things,
than guys preying on women. Absolutely not.
Well, this is the thing. See, when men are preyed upon, no one talks about it. When men are hurt, no one talks about it. See, this is the crazy part. For instance, even just recently, another 23-year-old woman pregnant by a 15-year-old boy in high school. No, they're not saying that she's a predator or she preyed on him. It's, man, I wish I was in high school. I had one that looked like.
Guys doing that. That's the system men and guys created. That's what y'all doing that to yourselves.
I have something to say about that. My family, we are from the South. So unfortunately, we have been put through a lot of trauma. And there are my boy cousins in the family who have been touched by elder women. and they don't get the same. Well, obviously, honestly, gets glossed over for women and men, but really, it really truly gets glossed over for men. Or a woman who's 23. That 15-year-old boy don't know what he doing.
Yeah.
That 15-year-old boy don't know what he doing. So
but like your response is, this is the system that the man created.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you had said like, oh, there's people being like, man, I wish that was me. I wish this would have happened to me when I was a kid. And I'm saying the people that are saying that are guys. And I feel like because that guys are so like horny all the fucking time and they see shit like this. And because they make this into like a fantasy that they wish that they had, that makes other people not look at it as a more of a serious thing than what it actually is. Because obviously, I look at it as like, that lady's a pedophile.
True, but we also have to look at it like this. The exact same thing happened right here in Arizona, like 10 years ago. She was in her 30s. He was 12, right? The day he hit 18, Arizona is now hit him for child support. She did a 3-year sentence where she didn't even spend a single solitary day in jail. You guys don't get the same accountability, because if you reverse that and put a 30-something-year-old man with a 12-year-old girl and he gets her pregnant, he going under the jail
instantly.
So we can't say that accountability is the same on both ends. Men are definitely held to a standard of accountability way much higher than women are. Because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, our society is meant to protect you.
I understand.
Because the same men that are willing to hurt you are the same men that are going to save you. Because men put police officers, Army, Navy, like the same men that y'all swear will hurt you are the same men that also created these processes to make sure that women are safe. So even we hold ourselves accountable. Back to Sean and his 5,000. Let's see. I do think we should be held more accountable because a man is supposed to be a man, which I agree with that. So I wouldn't run to the double standard, but women should hold themselves accountable also. Friends break up, fights, or security. It's not cool either. No one loves a beggar. Women who don't ask for anything deserve everything. I'm from Greenville, Mississippi. Anything I say is legit. And then Natalia says, Bailey, who gonna stop you from fighting? Sit your ass down, Natalia. All right, ladies. Do y'all have any questions?
How are you to ask? I'm a question out.
All right, so I'm gonna ask the last question of the night.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Sure.
Let's get it.
How important is sex in a relationship?
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming too.
I think it's very
Not the
important.
moaning sound.
I think it's very important.
It is
the
very
connection
important.
you and your partner have. It has to be there.
Yeah.
You know?
Like I feel like if you aren't compatible sexually with your partner, the relationship overall isn't going to really work out.
Yeah.
Sex matters. I need you to rock my boat.
Exactly.
Rock the boat.
I need to rock each other's boat. If I'm not sexually compatible, if I'm not doing it for you either, please let me, because I don't want nobody settling for my sex.
That part.
That's sad. I don't want to think I'm doing a damn thing.
No
You just
one's
over there like,
settling for
oh my
my
god.
Exactly. Because
No,
it's like
for real.
I can meet a man, he checks out all the other boxes, but
But
like, if
his dick
sex
game is trash?
bad,
Oh, no.
No, that's
can't
how
do
people
it.
get cheated on.
I can't.
Yeah.
Staying in situations with people who
Yep.
don't please them. Like I can't do it. And there are instances where you could teach a man how to, but that's when I was like 16. I mean, no, listen. Let me say that again. Let me reiterate.
She said when I was 16.
Teach a man to do what
You was just
men ain't know how to give head at the age of 16, unless they was
They
just
nibble
out
on it.
being. Yeah, they were just
Get it.
playing with it. Like no. But I mean,
Wrong
there could be a
message
man
there.
that has good sex, but he's still not doing it in the way that you need to be pleased.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you tell him, I'm quick to let a man know, no, do it this way. No, do it this way. Let's try it. This work more for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it don't just hit right then and there, because
Yeah.
usually some men know how to do. Some men study you.
Yeah.
Some men study you.
And then also, it's really like it helps, especially like when you guys first hook up and it really wasn't great, but he's the type of guy that's willing to learn.
Yeah.
Like
And
she
open.
said, like and open to learning on how to do it and actually listening. Then like okay, then we can work with this. I can maybe do something with that.
Is the first time you have sex with someone the better time, or do you think it gets better as it goes?
It get better.
It gets better as it goes.
Okay,
I
so
think that
so
goes, but that
if
first time
if the
always
first time
goes.
is trash,
No, I don't think that like the first time is like trash to say, but you know, like that feeling
If
when y'all
it's
first
trash,
like,
I'm not going back. Now,
no,
if it's
that's
just no, for real, but if
That's
it's
true.
just like
But if
okay,
you-
it's like it was good, but it could have
Yeah,
been better.
yeah.
That's when you give it.
Yeah.
But if it's
But
trash,
I,
no.
yeah, but I feel like it's the feeling of it being like your first time,
first
like a
time.
new
Yeah,
Yes.
also that.
That's
It could
like-
make it
Yep.
seem
Yeah,
like
make
it's
it
something
as
because I've
something
had that
fucking great.
situation. Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Yep.
I've had a situation where a man where it was that first time. I don't know if it's because we was drunk. I don't know what the fuck, but that first time was ooh. It was
Yeah.
hitting like it was. I was crazy, not crazy, but like it really made me feel something. And then when I tried it again,
It
I'm like,
wasn't
what
there.
the fuck
wasn't
is
there.
this? I'm like, what the fuck? So yes, like, yeah, but I already liked that person.
Yeah.
Because I already was like, and I also genuinely liked that person, but it was a minute between we had sex the first time and the second time, and that second time is just like, what the fuck? It was a disappointing.
sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Well, let me be the first person to say, ladies, thank you.
We did it, ladies' night. That was fun.
That was nice. I like it.
All right, Wayne,
What's up?
what did you think of the show?
I loved it. I had a good time.
Anything you would change, add, take away?
Some of the questions, but at the same time, the questions were really making you think and kind of think outside the box. So no, I was chilling. I had a good time.
Reed?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It definitely opened up, some things for me, some perspectives, answered some questions for me. One thing I would add in like scenario questions. I think that'll be fun. Like, what if I think you did kind of like, but some serious, more detail.
So I don't know if you saw that list, but it's long. There's more
think it was-
questions. We just not done. But see, we are 2 hours in.
Yeah, I know that. I know, but I'm saying like in general, like from the I know you have a long list of questions, but I feel like we could have got deeper.
Oh, it
We
just
could've
trust me. It can go real deep.
Yeah, that's what I was ready for.
Well,
I was ready for us to go real. You should have asked us. That's what you need to do. Ask like, hey,
some
on a scale of
shows
1 to
I
10.
do that right, but I also try to switch it up and make it a little different for each one because
I'm
if
for
every
deep.
see the last time so our last ladies night, no, the night before the one before the last ladies night was like the really deep questions. We was here for 4 hours.
Damn.
When I ain't got nothing else to do, I'm cool with that.
You see this
I
man?
do. No, I say when I.
Girl, I'm about to say. I'm about to say, girl, what?
I'm hungry. I ain't ate all
Girl,
day.
I'm hungry too.
I'm ready to go now, but I'm saying if on nights if it's cool, I'm cool for that. I could talk about fucking heads off.
Okay, Diamond.
Say, girl,
I think it was nice. Some of your questions were questionable. But other than that, like,
Why questionable?
It's fun.
How does a question become questionable?
because like, why are you asking those questions? But he did tell us why he was asking those questions.
Okay.
So it was.
I feel like you could have just got deeper. I just feel like the
I think
questions
so,
was
too.
a little more, just
Like the basic.
like yeah, we needed them, but yeah, it was a little basic. That's all.
Okay.
I thought we was gonna get some like sexual questions
Or something like that. Like,
I see.
my man right here, I'm
So
trying
here's
to-
the thing. Here's the thing. everyone can talk about sex. And when it comes to relationships, those are usually the easier things to really talk about, right? Hopefully some of these questions will be things that you actually take home with you and you sit down with your partner and you might ask what they think about some of those things, or because it may actually apply a little bit, or maybe it gave you some clarity in your current relationship or your next relationship. When you sit down and have that first conversation, it gets a little deeper because of maybe some of the things that were said here. Or you heard something that here from someone else that was said that makes you go, you know what? I ain't never asked my partner that. So that's why. 2, ladies, I will be inviting all of you back because I'm getting a much larger studio. I'm renting out a large studio where I'm going to have 30 men.
30 men.
And yes, so I'm doing 10 shows each. 10 shows with 3 women, 10 shows with 3 men.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm like,
then,
how we all finna be?
and then we're going to do the exact same thing with all the men that can make it and all the women that can make it.
You should do it with like the women and they man. But like 3 women in a relationship with they man in a relationship with them. I think that would add tension.
Coming soon. Well, okay, and then that's another thing. I'm all about relationships, but I'm not trying to break up relationships.
Break them up.
No, because
break them up.
no, it has broken some motherfuckers up already. Some people have been on this show, even on the couples retreat show, and the questions is really about love and relationships and how they are and how they met and things like that. And yeah, this even got some people in trouble because he or she felt like she should have known more or been able to answer the question more, etc. Right. Or when you ask a couple, all right, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you in your relationship? And one says 8 and the other says 4.
Well, if they honest, that shouldn't be no blink of an eye. You know, if obviously you tell your partner like, hey, you ain't really doing it for me right now. I need you to improve.
People's feelings get hurt.
You're right. Because it'll be like 4. Like, I know you just cussed me out like before. So, okay. Yeah.
Again, I definitely appreciate you ladies. Good job again. Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing this again for what is called Boys Club. Tune in tomorrow night. The exact same questions will be asked. I have 3 young men that are going to be here tomorrow night. Friday night, 9 p.m. Make sure you tune in. Check out Sunday night. Let's talk about it with Ms. Connie Marie. We have a special guest for that as well. Make sure you go and add all of the social medias. We are on Instagram, Facebook. Why am I drawing a blank? Twitter, Twitch, X, or Twitter. I don't know. Every fucking platform you think of, we are nocappreacts. Go online, Google nocappreacts. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tune in. Go watch some of the past episodes. And with that,